Kyle, was it just a matter of the defense being on the field too long at the end, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if I felt that way. You know, at the start of the fourth quarter, I think the game is 16-13, and one of the things we tried to do, obviously, defensively, was limit the big plays, and we knew we were going to give up some drives. We thought if we played good red zone defense, and we could make them kick a few field goals or attempt some field goals, maybe we could block one, and then win the game in the fourth quarter. I mean, we were kind of poised to do that. Yeah, they had drives all through the game. They had a 13-play drive to start the game, then a couple sevens, and we got a 3-play stop for a field goal, then a 10-play, a 9-play fourth. So, you know, was it too many in the end? I don't know that. I don't know that. But I think ultimately, for me, we had opportunities in the second half that we just didn't capitalize on. We had 2 great kickoff returns by Jerry and Grant, get the ball to plus 47, get the ball to plus 45, and only yield 3 points. I think that was probably a bigger factor.
The decision in the second quarter to kick the field goal and fourth and goal from the one, what went into that?
The 2 running plays we ran, I didn't feel were very effective, and then the one pass play we ran, the quarterback was pressured as he tried to throw it and couldn't get enough on it to get it to Michael to score the touchdown. I didn't have confidence in that drive that we were going to be able to score, and I thought the 3 points were more valuable.
Is there any thought when it was offside, you had a second chance at that to take the point to move close to the goal line?
No, because it wasn't that much of a difference. You know, the ball was very close when I made the decision.
Was PJ not available inside the 10-yard line there?
There was a period of time in that half where he was not available, and I believe that was it. I have to go back and really look at the TV copy.
Kyle, I know the immediate aftermath of a game is kind of a tough time to reflect, but kind of just the journey of this season, does it feel hard, simple, good, bad? I mean, what are some of the things you're feeling as it ends?
Yeah, I think it's probably disrespectful to the game. You know, the Pinstripe Bowl and the new era people, the Yankees, and people put it on to make this a reflection on the season. I think the game itself is so emotional, Tara. There's so much that goes into it, a bowl game with the weeks of preparation. And then you look in the eyes of the seniors in your locker room after the game, and it's the last time that they'll suit up as Rutgers football players, and how much it means to them. It is, the day itself is a very emotionally draining day.
Can you explain the thought process on the halfback pass, the play call?
What do you mean by the thought process?
When you guys are moving the ball, why would you go to a trick play there, I guess?
I think everybody's got exotic plays in their playbook, and every play you call is designed to work, and you call them because you've had success with them in practice. The players build confidence in you as a play caller and then as a head coach. And when you get into the field zone, you know, you call the plays that you practice, and that was one that we had, and we just unfortunately we didn't execute it the way we wanted to.
What did you see out of Joe Rossi in the way he prepared the defense and then the way they performed and adjusted in the game?
I thought Joe did a good job, and you know, certainly doing the special teams as well. You know, really serving as a double duty for the game. I thought he handled it very well, and we talked early on about how I wanted to play the game and how we wanted it to look, and I thought he did a very good job of giving me what I wanted. And I thought put the players in a position to make plays, and you know, some of those sustained drives. You know, we knew the areas of the field where we thought they would throw the ball. We thought we'd be able to break on the balls a little bit better than maybe we did, and you know, that allowed them to continue some of those drives. But I thought overall, the game plan was a good game plan and gave us opportunities.
You mentioned maybe playing a little bit of like bend but don't break, giving up some drives to take away big plays, but they kind of took a lot of yardage on like quick hitch routes and using some of that cushion. Is that something you guys thought about getting away from and playing more of a press coverage? Was it just guys couldn't break as well on the ball to make plays on those plays?
I didn't think either team really broke very well on the ball. I thought the surface was a good surface when we were out here yesterday, and I think what happened was as the weather got warmer and the ground thawed, it really got soft, and that was I think the reason why you saw some of the players were slipping a little bit out there. But you know, when you put a defense together, if you do one thing, you're going to give up something else. And we had made the decision that we were going to try to limit the big plays. And to do that, if you start getting in press man coverage, now you're opening up opportunities for big plays.
You mentioned the field right there. How much did that dictate what you did on offense, maybe as the game went on?
I don't think it changed what we did on offense. I think it has an effect on both teams. You know, I saw it wasn't just us, and it wasn't just them. I saw both teams slipping.
Kyle, you tried a halfback option with Savon earlier this year too. Is that the play you ran today? Is that just a halfback option for who's ever in at that time, or did you like the way Goodwin threw the ball in practice? Is it
correct? We practice it. We actually practice with all the players, but when you do it in the game, you try to decide who's the best option to do it.
And the final numbers aren't pretty, but can you talk about the way Chase competed today? He made a lot of plays to keep plays alive in the first half.
I think that's a great adjective, you know, for Chase is competitor. You know, I thought that's what he did today, and I think that's what he's always done, given the opportunity. And you know, some of the plays he made with his feet, his rushing yards don't show that because of some of the sacks at the end of the game. But you know, he gained 55 yards rushing in the game, and some of those were big plays, and kept drives alive. And I think that's what he was able to do, and it's really one of the signatures of his career at Rutgers.
Did you have a particular message for those guys who did suit up their last time? I mean, is there anything you could share, just kind of what you say to them at the end of the day like this?
It's you hope that they can hear it, and when you don't come out on top in a bowl game and there's such a finality to it, it's, as I said before, a very emotional locker room. But I said to them, I said, you know, we love you, we'll always be here for you, and then you thank them for all the effort they've given through their careers, whether it was 4 or 5.
Got time for 2 more?
Do you feel that today's game, as competitive as you were, can really be a boost to your recruiting efforts as you get ready for the Big Ten?
You probably have to ask the recruits that. I think anytime we go into a stadium, we feel like we're going to be ready to compete. We'll be able to compete. You know, we felt that way when we played Arkansas. We felt that way when we came in here today to play Notre Dame. And I got to give really a lot of credit to Coach Kelly and his staff. And I know that they didn't have their full staff either. And I thought they did an excellent job. And they've got talented players. And I thought they played well today.
You grew up in Queens. Was this something you would, Brent? I don't know if you ever saw the Jets at Shea Stadium, but when you came in, were your players aware of your background here and how much this probably meant to the kind of kid you to be playing this game, to be in this game?
I never had the opportunity to see the Jets play live at Shea Stadium, but I did grow up 10 minutes from there. But I did grow up a Yankee fan. I want to be on the record for saying that because my older brother was a Met fan. But I think, you know, the players obviously know I grew up in New York City, and I think they know how special a venue this is. And I think that's one of the great experiences about being a part of this game is getting the opportunity to play a game in Yankee Stadium. And I think that's probably more important to them than anything else.
Thanks, Kyle.